Hello friends, in this video we are going to discover the US states that will pay you to move there. There are many reasons why a town, city or country may pay expats to come and settle down. The biggest theme is investment. Many of these places want to invest in bringing highly skilled workers to their localities. If you are a skilled worker, many of these places will gladly pay you to move there so long as you bring your trade along with you. Don't worry if you're not a skilled or highly qualified worker. There are still many places that will pay you to move there as an entrepreneur. So long as you bring a great business plan to the table, with the promise of creating local jobs, many of these places will welcome you with open arms. And whether you're interested in technology, tourism or trade, there are all sorts of opportunities out there. There are all sorts of lifestyles you can enjoy in the United States. With remote work on the rise, there are plenty of different incentives now in place to invite remote workers and expats to live in a new state. Here are some of our top picks on the best US states will pay you to move there. Kindly make sure to hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon before we start this video about the US states that will pay you to move there. Now let's dig deeper into each of the US states that will pay you to move there. Number 7. Tennessee. Sitting in the middle of the crossroads between Nashville, Knoxville, Atlanta and Birmingham, Chattanooga is poised to become Tennessee's next big city. It already calls itself a hub for innovators and entrepreneurs. Now, to accelerate its progress, the city is offering programmers a tasty incentive if they move to Chattanooga in 2023. By moving to one of Chattanooga's up-and-coming neighborhoods, the city's Geek Move program will help to offset the initial costs of your new home by offering a second forgivable mortgage, thereby reducing your first mortgage payments. There are only 10 of these highly coveted packages available, and they tend to go quickly, plus, they are only available for computer programmers who are currently based at least 50 miles away from the city, and you can bet there are some pretty substantial hurdles to overcome. Still, the light at the end of the tunnel is the chance to live in this hip part of Tennessee. Number 6. Iowa. Newton is derived from New Town, and that's exactly what Newton, Iowa is trying to be. To that end, they're heavily incentivizing people to build their own homes in this fast-growing neighborhood, which is less than 30 miles away from the state capital of Des Moines. As part of their Get to Know Newton scheme, you could receive up to $10,000 to put toward the cost of building your new home. Better still, if the value of your home will be under $100,000, you'll be eligible for a tax abatement. And you'll also receive a coupon book as part of your welcome pack, offering up to $2,500 worth of discounts at local shops and restaurants. How's that for helping newbies to settle in? There are, of course, many steps involved. You'll need to find your plot, have your plans approved by the city council, then receive a certificate of occupancy once the project is finished. But if you can handle all that, you could have your new home in Newtown, and for $10,000 cheaper. Number 5. Kansas. Topeka, the capital city of Kansas, is seeking to attract more talented young professionals to the area with a grant of up to $15,000. This handsome lump sum is available for on-site employees whose employers are willing to participate in the Choose Topeka relocation incentive. Alternatively, remote workers could receive over $5,000 USD. Applying for the incentive is straightforward. It's all done via an online form, and some of the key requirements include confirming it will be your main residence with proof of your new lease or property purchase. You have approval from your employer, if required. Topeka boasts a family-friendly atmosphere, with a good balance of city life and nature, e.g. it has plenty of spots for fishing, or beautiful botanical gardens. Number 4. Vermont. It's the state that gave the world Ben & Jerry's ice cream, and it's the state you could call home. In 2023, Vermont is offering a limited number of places on its very attractive relocation scheme called the Worker Relocation Incentive Program, which comes in two parts, the new Relocating Worker Program and the new Remote Worker Program. These offer up to $7,500 to help towards moving costs. To become a new relocating worker in Vermont, you must be moving to Vermont as a full-time resident. Become a full-time employee for a Vermont-based company at one of their Vermont branches. Be earning more than the Vermont livable wage rate of $15.33 per hour and pay Vermont income tax. Or alternatively, you can become a new remote worker if you move to Vermont to become a full-time resident. Are employed for an out-of-state employer who allow you to work remotely. Earn more than the Vermont livable wage rate of $15.33 per hour and pay Vermont income tax. All you need to do is fill out the online forms, and if you're successful, you'll be awarded your lump sum after you move to Vermont. Number 3. Alaska. If you and your family have always fancied a more rugged, natural way of life, Alaska could be the place for you. And while the stunning scenery and wildlife are enough reasons already, Alaska also offers new residents a cool cash incentive to move there in 2023. It's called the Permanent Fund Dividend, and it was established in 1976 as a way to share the state's oil profits with local Alaskans. Anyone who lives for a full dividend year in Alaska is eligible for the grant. In 2022, Alaskans took home $3,284. Better still, the whole state of Alaska is tax-free. However, seeing as a gallon of milk can cost you as much as $10 in Barrow, the northernmost city in America, this doesn't mean you can be frivolous with your new cash. Number 2. Minnesota. Ever heard of the city of Bemidji? No? Well, with a population of just 14,000, we can hardly blame you. But then again, that's exactly the reason the town is keen to attract digital nomads. So keen, in fact, that they are offering the 218 Relocate package to prospective residents. It includes up to $2,500 to cover moving expenses, a free co-working space and access to the Community Concierge program to help you get set up and grow your business. It is one of the states that pay you to move there. Apparently, Bemidji has some of the fastest internet speeds in America, making it an ideal place to run a remote business from. Number 1. Oklahoma. The southern U.S. state of Oklahoma, just north of Texas, is one of the states that will pay you to move there. It has a monopoly on some of America's best natural beauty and is also home to many enterprising businesses. If you want to experience these things firsthand, you can get paid for the pleasure. By becoming a remote worker in Oklahoma's second city, Tulsa, you could receive a grant of up to $10,000. Tulsa Remote is on the hunt for digital nomads who are eligible to bring their remote work to the city. In return, they offer free desk space, networking events, and, most importantly, $10,000 either as a cash lump sum to put towards a new home or as a monthly stipend to help you while you're getting set up. So, which is your favorite states among the U.S. states that will pay you to move there? Well, that's all we have for you today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content of this video, click the subscribe button so you can receive more content like this. Post your favorite places among the U.S. states that will pay you to move there in the comments below. I'd love to read them, and I'm sure others would too.